Is it recording? It's recording now. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, sup? Hi, party people. So, coronavirus, am I right? I'm not gonna go into everything that's happening in the world, but we all know that there's something happening in the world. This is Editing Celeste, and I just want to say that this video was filmed before the recent protests and riots began, but it felt sort of thoughtless or irresponsible not to mention it. The fact that racial injustices are still happening in our country is horrible and extremely upsetting, and change is a long time coming. I'm so inspired that the people of this nation and the world have come together to make the biggest civil rights movement and to fight for human rights. That being said, the fight isn't over, and I will be linking resources to help the Black Lives Matter movement below. So it's been a minute since my last video. As you can see, I have spruced up my background. I got a lamp over there. I got lights, and I put my artwork up. Yeah! I'm gonna have to put some more though because that wall's pretty plain and that wall is kind of lacking too. Maybe I'll make a video. Anyway, I'm not gonna beat around the bush or anything. We're in a global pandemic, and therefore it's important to avoid it's important to, in order to avoid spreading the disease, wear a face mask, whenever you go out, because a lot of people could be asymptomatic and you don't know. So, because this kind of happened super quickly and things kind of changed at a rapid pace, not everybody has a face mask, and face masks aren't readily available. Since not everybody in my house has a mask, I thought I would make them some masks. Yeah. So this did involve me having to leave the house because I don't have fabric at home. I know you can use t-shirts, but I didn't have any t-shirts that I wanted to scrap because I did recently move, so I threw out all my old t-shirts. So I thought I could just go to Joann's real quick, get some fabric, sanitize when I come home, blah blah blah. What I didn't take into account is that everybody else was thinking the same thing, so the line for Joann's was enormous. I actually ended up going 2 days, but the first day I couldn't even get in. So the second day I went a couple hours earlier. I put on my pandemic fashion, waited in line for about an hour and a half. Thankfully got some live entertainment on the way. We're almost there. Eventually I got inside, got my fabrics, and skedaddled out of there. Whew. Well, we did it, boys. Although I didn't get all of the fabrics, I did get these 4, which I think are pretty cute. So let's go home and sew these bitches up. Now it's time to get started. I've got my supplies: ribbon, thread, a sewing kit that my cousin bought me after I kept asking him to sew my clothes for me, and my fabric. I started with the dog print, cause who doesn't love dogs? I turned my fabric inside out and measured out the mask with a ruler and marker. I actually followed a Lore DIY tutorial where she makes a t-shirt face mask, which I am linking down below. Check out her video if you want actual instructions on making the mask. So I measured out 4.5 inches by 9 inches. Though if you have a long face like mine, 5 or 5.5 inches would work better than 4.5. Now, sadly, as you may have noticed, I do not have a sewing machine. So therefore, these masks are hand sewn. I like doing a few stitches at once. It makes it go by faster. Though if you know a way to make the thread not snag like this, please let me know. And then of course, I just flipped the mask over and connected the stitches going back. Got a seam. then I did that all the way around. And yes, hand sewing is indeed very tedious. Maybe in the future I'll invest in a machine if I get more into sewing, but for now I will work with what I have. Actually, this is nothing compared to spring of 2019, when for one of my child development classes I had to create a life-size child doll from scratch, and it was all hand sewn. I wish I saved more photos of the progress because it took a while, though my sister did take footage of me trying to apply the yarn hair. And for the last side, I just left a little gap in the stitching to pull the fabric through. Perfect. No man, oh man. Did I make it too small? Okay, we got this. It's gonna take 200 years, but we got this. Oh boy, here he comes. Oh boy. Ba-ba-pow. Ba-da-pow. Da 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 da. I gotta fill that little hole up, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Listen, I don't know a better way to do this, so I'm just going for it, man. If it shows, it shows. It is what it is. So in lieu of elastic, because they didn't have any at Joann's, I used ribbon instead. And for a while I was trying to figure out if ribbon was the best material to use because I was worried it would fray, or if I should just create some ties using the fabric. Eventually my roommate came in to offer a solution, telling me she knew how to make the ribbon adjustable. So I folded over the fabric and sewed in the ribbon, making sure to leave enough space that the ribbon could be pulled out and adjusted. And here's the semi-finished product. Hello, it is the next day, and I decided to film the rest of the mask making in the living room. You know, have a nice change of scenery. Also, due to my new location, my roommates were talking in the other room, hence why I am doing this voiceover. So here's my mask from day 1, and now I'll just time-lapse the other masks. Enjoy! Just proud of my creation. Okay. So how do you do this weird knot?
So you just tie this one around itself. So but when I do it, I try to get it close, kind of close to the end too, just so that, you know, just for aesthetic mostly.
But that looks so complicated.
Already? So just one tie.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then you do another one to knot it. To knot it. So that one knots. But this one, nothing ever happened to this one, so this one still slides up and down.
Oh.
And because if you do that same thing to this side, but tie it to itself again.
Then you can pull it.
Yeah. So
because it's not technically tied to.
It's tied to itself, yeah. It's not tied to the other string. There it is, so that one can move too.
Wow. So it's adjustable.
So that one's long.
Nice.
And then you can make it shorter. Ta-da!
Wow.
Yay. And you can do that on both sides.
This was about the time my roommates came in wanting to have a movie night together.
How are you taking a video?
On your way.
And here are the final products. I should reiterate that masks don't need to be cute. The most important thing is that it covers your mouth and your nose so that you don't accidentally spread the virus. So yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see from me. I'm open to suggestions right now, especially since it's quarantine. I'm probably gonna end up making more masks for myself and my boyfriend and, you know, myself. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for watching and stay safe, and I love you guys. Bye. Alright. Oop. Sounded like a fart, but I promise it was my elbow. Is that light too obnoxious? Should I turn it off? I want to have a lot of light sources because I'm in a basement and it's always dark in here. Hold on. Did that do anything? No. Should I just turn it off? Now it looks dark. Okay, we'll just leave it. It is what it is. I'm loving it. Sorry. Skedaddled out of there. It's awkward filming when I haven't done when I've done everything already, because it's like I have to act like it's new, but I already know how it came out. Do you want me to cut out your audio? Or do you want to have it in there?
It's your video.
It's your voice.
I don't care. And then you loop-de-loop and pull. And you shoot fire, can't cool.